You're standing in the egg aisle at Whole Foods. You see this carton, pasture-raised, 12 eggs, $9. The picture shows hens on a sunny green field. But here's the part the carton doesn't show you. Pasture-raised eggs are the fastest-growing category in the entire American egg market. Last year, Americans spent over $1 billion on cartons that promised something specific. A better life for the hen, a cleaner egg, a more natural diet. Look at any of these cartons and the message is the same. Green grass, open fields, hens roaming free in the sunshine. And the price tells you something too. Conventional eggs, about $3 a dozen. Cage-free, around $5. Pasture-raised, $8 to $12. You're paying triple, so you assume you're getting something 3 times better. But there's a problem with all of these cartons. The word on the front, pasture-raised, doesn't legally have to mean what you think it means. And the gap between the picture and the regulation is where this whole story lives. In November of 2024, the USDA did something important. They published an official definition of what pasture-raised actually means. Quote, "Animals must spend the majority of their lives on rooted vegetative cover, land with real grasses or plants." This took years of work, over 16,000 public comments, a petition from Purdue Farms back in 2023. If a chicken is labeled pasture-raised, it should be on real pasture most of its life. Simple. Except, there is a catch. The USDA's authority only covers meat, chicken meat, beef, pork. Shell eggs, the ones in cartons, are regulated by a completely different agency, the FDA. And the FDA has not adopted the USDA's pasture-raised definition. So under federal law right now, in 2026, eggs can be sold as pasture-raised even when the chickens never set foot on actual pasture. All the regulation requires is what's called outdoor access. A door, an opening, a small fenced area outside the barn. Whether the hens ever walk through that door, whether they ever touch grass, is not regulated. Access does not mean use. This regulatory gap allows something that will surprise you. Investigations by the American Pastured Poultry Producers Association, that's the trade group for actual pasture farmers, found that hens in many quote-unquote pasture-raised operations spend somewhere between 0 and 2% of their lives on real pasture. Up to 98% of their life indoors, same as cage-free, same as conventional, and it's all completely legal. The biggest player in this category is a company called Vital Farms. Vital Farms went public in August of 2020. The IPO valued the company at over $1.5 billion. Their entire brand is built on one promise: ethical, pasture-raised eggs. Better for the hen, better for you. The cartons show hens on rolling green fields. The website shows the same. In May of 2021, a class action lawsuit was filed against Vital Farms. The claim that the company's pastoral imagery did not match the reality of how the eggs were actually produced. The case was eventually dismissed, but the documents from that case are public record. And what surfaced was uncomfortable. During avian flu outbreaks, which have been ongoing since 2020, reports surfaced that the vast majority of Vital Farms hens were housed indoors for extended periods. The cartons did not change during that time. The pictures of green pastures stayed exactly the same. In 2023, Vital Farms paid $292,000 to settle a related dispute with PETA over discovery costs in the original case. Not an admission of guilt, but not nothing either. The company denies the allegations. They say their farms meet pasture-raised standards. They are also technically correct under current FDA rules, because the rules allow what the cartons show, even if the photo and the reality don't match. And the yolk color trick? That's the second part of the story. The yolk is bright orange, almost sunset-colored. Compared to a conventional egg where the yolk is pale yellow, consumers have been trained to associate orange yolks with healthy, nutrient-dense, pasture-raised eggs. It's a trust signal. The yolk color tells you instinctively that this hen had a good diet. When a hen eats real grass, real insects, real plants, the natural plant pigments, called carotenoids, color the yolk orange. That's real. But there's another way to get that exact same orange yolk. It's a feed additive called xanthophyll. The commercial brand name is OroGlo. It's mixed directly into the feed of chickens housed entirely indoors. Some operations also use marigold petals or paprika extract. Both produce the same effect. The cost, pennies per bird per month. And the result is an egg with a bright orange yolk, indistinguishable by eye from an egg laid by a hen on real pasture. Most consumers never read that page, so you crack the egg, you see the orange yolk, you think, I got the real thing. The yolk doesn't lie, but it doesn't tell you the whole truth either. So how do you actually find real pasture-raised eggs? Here's the part nobody at the egg companies wants me to tell you. The word pasture-raised on a carton is meaningless on its own. What matters is the certification next to it. There are 5 tiers worth knowing. From the bottom up. There are 5 tiers worth knowing. From the bottom up. Tier 5, conventional eggs. Hens in cages. About 67 square inches per bird. That's smaller than a standard sheet of paper. Tier 4, cage-free. No cages, but no required outdoor access. Industry standard is about 144 square inches per bird, still smaller than 2 sheets of paper. Tier 3, USDA, organic. Required outdoor access, organic feed, but the loophole on outdoor access applies here too. Tier 2, certified humane pasture-raised. This is a third-party certification. The standard requires 108 square feet per bird. Year-round access to real pasture, weather permitting. That's an actual auditable standard. Tier 1, animal welfare approved by a greener world. The strictest standard available in the United States. Same square footage requirement, plus rotational grazing, plus no debeaking, plus third-party annual audits. If a carton has this label, you are getting what the marketing implies. Look for these specific words on the carton: certified humane pasture-raised, or animal welfare approved, not just pasture-raised alone. If the carton just says pasture-raised, that's the marketing word. The certification logo is the receipt. No certification logo? You are paying premium price for a regulatory loophole. One more thing before you go, the question I get most. Should you stop buying pasture-raised eggs? No, I'm not telling you what to buy. I'm telling you what the label actually means. Today's ledger entry: 3 things to remember. 1. The word pasture-raised on its own is not regulated for eggs. The FDA has not adopted the USDA's 2024 definition. 2. Orange yolks can come from real pasture or from a feed additive that costs pennies. The yolk color alone tells you nothing. 3. Look for certified humane pasture-raised or animal welfare approved on the carton. Those certifications have auditable standards. The word alone does not. That's what's really in your cart. Next week, I bought 8 different extra virgin olive oils at US supermarkets, and I looked up where they actually came from. Some of the receipts didn't match. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Comment below, which food label do you want me to investigate next? See you next Tuesday.